There we
Got it.
go. Okay, I'll just pop you. Oh no, I can't click on anything. Come on now. Oh no, that made my screen all white. That's not good. That's not good. Can you guys still hear me? I can see you moving a bit, but it's a bit frozy. And it's all white.
Maybe stop recording so you don't waste
Really
your
can't do anything.
space.
Yeah. I can't do it. It won't let me. Oh, wait. Hang on.
Can you
Something moved.
hear?
Something moved now. Okay. Okay, let's see how we go. I was a
We
bit.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. I think it's okay now. Okay, mute. I don't like it when things go white or black. It went black in the other class on Friday, like a couple of weeks ago in the middle of my class, and just blacked out and couldn't do anything at all, and it wouldn't come back on. I'm just like, no. So it's not good.
Claire, Black Friday sales are still on if you need to get new computer.
Well, I have a new computer. It just doesn't have good sound. I just could plug in a microphone to that one, I think. All right. Let's take a breath here. All right, so let's come sitting mountain, come towards the front of the chair. Actually, sorry, I've just got to make sure it's not in gallery. Oh, see, that is making it freeze, isn't it? There we go. Sorry. Again. All right, so let's start in sitting mountain. Come to the front of the chair and sit up nice and tall. Stack your knees over your ankles and put your middle toes forward in line with your knees and hips, and let the shoulders roll up and back and down. Maybe do that a couple of times if you want, if that feels nice for you today. And then you can rest the shoulders down in your back, hands resting on your lap, and close the eyes if it feels okay, and just feel the awareness starting to shift from that space outside into this space here within you. Starting to notice how your body is feeling today as you arrive here on the chair, this practice. Noticing any little flickers of movement or sensation in the body. And also noticing how the mind is feeling. Is it busy or quiet? It doesn't matter what it is. We just want to pay attention to where we're at this moment in time. Maybe noticing if there's any emotions present, how your energy feels, and also how the breath is. All those little layers that make us up as a whole being. Just maybe noticing the breath and how it's flowing. Is it short, shallow, long, smooth, catchy? I don't know, just notice the qualities of your breath. And again, don't worry about it, just noticing what's happening in this moment, not worrying about changing anything or doing anything about anything at all. Just pay attention. And allow your breath, if there is a little bit more space, to just take up that space on your next inhale. And if you have a bit more time to exhale, you can lengthen your exhale a little. Just one more round of breath. And then you can come back into sitting mountain again. And we'll ground the feet into the floor and start to circle through the hands. You can take these up if you like towards the sky, if that feels okay, and out to the side walls, down. And then you might like to change direction on your wrist circles and take the hands up again, out to the sides and back down. And we'll just interlace or have the hands side by side as you gently move the hands in the figure 8 shape or circles if you want to do circles instead. You could also try and change direction on what you're doing there. Work the brain. We'll just turn the palms forward and stretch the hands out. Relax through the shoulders, even the elbows a little if you need. And then coming back in, changing the interlace, the other pinky at the bottom, stretching the hands forward, maybe letting the arms move up towards the sky if that feels comfortable for you today. Just wherever feels good. You don't have to be up. You can have your hands bent. You can even have them in front of you. Just anywhere that you like to go today. We're going to breathe in now. And on the exhale breath, take a side bend to the left. You can let your left hand come down if you want to. Just breathing back into the right side. And always just, check out if that right hand needs to move somewhere else as well. If it does, just feel free to move it around. Ground to your feet and inhale, come back to the center. Exhale over towards that right side, breathing back into the left side of your body. Inhale and come back up to the center and exhale, just letting the hands float down. And on the inhale breath, raising the arms up. And exhale to bring them down. Again, inhaling. Exhaling. And one more time. And we'll take our hands out to the side walls on the inhale, and on the exhale, wrap yourself up, give yourself a hug, and then open out. Wrap up with the other arm underneath, give yourself a little hug, a little rock if you want to, through the shoulders, and then 2 more times, inhaling, exhaling, and one. Maybe give yourself an extra little love rub this time. And then let the arms float out and down. And just roll the shoulders to reset down into your back. And then from here, take your feet and knees a little bit wider apart. Take your knees towards the left as you turn your head towards the right. Come back into the center, take the knees to the right, turn the head to the left. Back into the center, turn the knees to the left, head to the right, and knees right, head left. And just taking 2 more of these. And then coming over to the left again and taking a twist towards the right this time. You just rest your right hand on your hip or maybe the seat beside you. Taking a breath here. And coming back into the middle, changing the knees over, twisting to the left this time. Breathing in and out. And coming back into the middle, bringing your feet, knees back into the center, taking a breath in and just take a little forward fold. You don't have to go too deep because we're just starting out. Just go to where it's comfortable. You can hug your knees if you want to. Breathing in and out. Come on back up from there, and then from here, keep your left foot where it is and slide the right leg forward and back a couple of times. It can be on the ground. You can also take this up into the air if you prefer just doing that however it feels good. And letting the legs straighten out, whether it's on the ground or in the air, pointing and flexing your toes, your feet a few times. And then holding the foot, pressing through the heel, pulling the toes back, sit up nice and tall. Breathe. And then just bending that knee and taking the leg out to the side. Now you might like to again be on the ground or maybe up into the air, and you can also lengthen your leg if that feels okay for you. And that can be on the ground as well if that feels better. I'm going to come back into the center, bending the knee, take a breath in and take a little twist back. And then this time if you want to take your hand to your shoulder or maybe out behind you, you can. Again, you can have your foot on the ground or in the air, whatever suits you. And then slowly return back to the center, land the foot down, take a breath in and then just take a little forward fold again over your legs. And coming up from there, keeping your right foot where it is, lifting up maybe, or maybe coming on the ground to go forward and back. And then holding out in front and pointing the toes up and down. And then holding into that stretch, taking a breath here. And breathing out. And bending the knee and taking the knee out to the side, maybe keeping it bent or maybe lengthening on the ground or in the air. And bend that knee and bring it into the center, twisting back towards the left this time, maybe hand to the shoulder or out to the side if you like. And coming back to the front, land that foot back to the ground if it was up, and then fold forward one more time over your legs. And a little cuddle, little knee rock if you like, nice and gentle. And then coming up to seated again from here. Take your hands to your thighs and just lean forward, stretching the chest forward and up, bringing your shoulder blades back towards each other, and then exhale, tailbone underneath, lean back or curl the spine. And inhale, coming forward, lifting the chest up and back. Exhale, tailbone underneath, curl the spine. Inhale, coming forward and up. And exhale. Just doing 2 more of these. And coming back into the center. Take your feet and knees out a little bit wider apart. Take a breath in here. Hinge forward from the hips and over the legs, and just maybe keep your hands on your legs. Taking a breath here and out. And you're welcome to sit up taller. We're going to take a little twist here. So if you want to sit up taller, feel free. You want to twist the ribs towards the right. And then if it's comfortable, you can move your right hand across maybe onto the thigh or maybe onto the right thigh. Sorry, moving the left hand across to the right thigh. Palm facing upwards. You can just place your right hand on your leg wherever it's comfortable. And just breathing here. And then coming back to the center again, over the legs, and then twisting to the other side. So maybe resting on your right leg or your left leg with the back of the forearm, palm facing the ceiling, and keeping the spine nice and long and pressing into your feet to help support you. And then coming back into the middle, stay with your hands on your legs, or if it's comfortable, you can come to the forearms a little bit closer, or if you reach the ground, you can take your hands down to the ground, maybe out in front of you a little bit, and if you feel like you want to drop your head, you can. Only that feels comfy. Any pressure in your head or chest, always come up so that your head is above your heart, wherever that might be for you. Okay, wherever you are, next inhale breath, start to come on up. Take your time to come up. And then bring your feet and knees back into the center. Taking a breath here. And a breath out. And now from here, keeping your left leg where it is, you're going to take the right leg out, maybe on a diagonal, or maybe long, out in front of you. You're going to ground, out to the side. Ground down into your feet and lean forward out from the hips. Keep your spine nice and long. Maybe keep your hands on your legs, or maybe forearms to the thigh and the imaginary thigh. You can have an extra leg there. So if you have your forearms or your hands, sort of press a little bit down so you can lift up through the torso and not just be, dumping down into your hands. If you imagine you're pushing to the ground, you're pushing into something under you. Now, next inhale breath, you can use your hands if you need to, or just push up and lift up with the torso. Come up and over into a side bend towards the right. Now, you're welcome to, of course, have your hand wherever you need. Breathing into that left side of the body again. Still keep using your feet into the ground to help lift you up and over. Give you that support. And inhale and come back up. Hand to the side of the chair. Lean out to the side. So we're creating kind of like a nice line through the body down to the leg. And then you want to take your hand to your shoulder or out to the side. And then if you want to release the bottom hand, you can take it down. And then from here, if you want to, you can try and lift up maybe your heel of that right leg, or maybe the whole leg can come up off the ground. See how you go. And then we'll pop the foot back down, take the hand to the side of the chair again, and then come up and over into a side bend towards the left. Hand wherever you need. And then come inhale and exhale up and over into the side bend to the right now. And then we'll release. Beautiful. Okay, let's bring that back into the center. Just take 3 rounds of cow and cat here. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. One more. And we'll do the other side now, coming back into the center. Keep your right leg where it is, maybe left leg out to the diagonal, maybe out long and turning the toes forward, all of the foot down onto the floor, and then ground into both feet as you tilt the torso forward, hands on the thighs, or maybe forearms on the thigh and the imaginary thigh. Again, pushing down to lift up. Next time you inhale, we're going to come up. So inhale and then exhale over to the side bend to the left and breathing back into the side of the body, the right side. And then let's inhale and exhale to lean out. Hold the side of your chair, come on out, and then maybe bring up your left hand and out. Maybe take your right hand down or keep it on the chair if you prefer. And then you can see if you want to stay right here, maybe lift your leg off the ground, maybe the heel or the whole foot. Don't forget to breathe. All right, pop that foot down to the floor, side of the chair, and then come up and over into a side bend. So it's almost like you want to bring your ribs back towards that left upper corner of the room a little bit here. And then we will inhale and exhale to come up and over, lift tall as you come over into that side bend again, and then inhale and exhale to bring the hand down and back into sitting mountain again, and take a breath here and a breath out, and then 3 rounds of cow and cat again. So inhaling forward, stretching that chest up and back as you come forward, and then rocking that tailbone underneath, breathing in, breathing out. One more. And then coming back into the center, take a breath here and a breath. And then from here, keep your feet where they are if you want to, or you could take them out in front of you with the toes pulling back and the heels pressing to the ground with a little soft bend in your knee. Breathing in and then fold in half, just come out a little bit forward, so keeping the spine nice and long. Hands down the legs or come to shoulders, or maybe up a little bit or a bit more, wherever you'd like to go. Just taking a breath here. And a breath. Next time you inhale, push into your feet and bring your hands forward. And then take a breath here. On your exhale breath, come forward again and reach the arms to wherever they're comfortable. Breathing in, press through the feet and push back. In, exhale forward. In. And exhale. Now one more inhale into that plank position. And then we're going to breathe out and bend the elbows, bring your hands back in line with your rib cage as you tilt the torso forward, nice flat back to begin with. And then on your inhale breath, lift the heart forward and up, back bending, and exhale back to nice flat back. And then inhale, hug the elbows in, lift the heart, exhale. One more, inhale, lift, and exhale. And then pushing away again, push through the hands, and then exhale back into downward dog. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. Now inhale again, and as you exhale, just folding forward over your legs. Inhale and rise up halfway. Exhale to fold down. And then inhale all the way up to seated. Bringing your hands through your heart. And we'll bring our feet back into sitting mountain if they're out in front. And take a breath here. Hands can be on the lap or maybe down beside you if you like. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press down through your feet. And lift up through the crown of the head. Now we'll ground down into the feet and inhale, let the arms float up towards the sky. On your exhale breath, folding forward over your legs. Inhale for that halfway lift, really lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold down. Then inhale to rise all the way up to seated again, bringing your hands to your heart. Now you're welcome to stay at the front of your chair for this one. You can keep your right leg where it is and take left leg onto the ball of the foot. Or if you'd like to, come around to the right side of your chair and sit into sitting mountain. little bit off the front of the chair so that you can move your leg, and then take your left leg back to whatever place feels comfortable. You might go first leg of the chair, second leg, or somewhere in between or behind the second leg. Ground down into both feet to support your hips. If you let go of that, you're kind of like rocking around a bit and unstable. So use your feet into the ground to help keep you stable there. And then from here, we'll start to let the arms float up. Maybe it's one arm, maybe it's both arms. Coming up, taking a breath in our crescent lunge. I'm taking one more inhale breath now, and then as you exhale, side bend over towards the right. You can let your right hand come down if you want to. Again, just choose where you need your arm. It doesn't matter where it is. It's more important to have the side bend than worry about where your arm is. So spine first, limbs later. That's what I say. And then from here, let's come back into the center. And on your exhale breath, hinge forward from your hips. Keep your hands on your hips or legs or maybe behind you for arrowhead pose. Palms facing down, chest lifted. Back leg nice and strong, and front leg nice and strong too, resisting that push forward with the back leg. And then breathing in here, and as you exhale, you're welcome again to come up taller if you like for the twist. We're going to twist to the right, take the left hand onto the right thigh, right hand onto the hip or shoulder, or out to the right from the shoulder if you like. Round through your feet, lengthen through your spine. Don't forget to breathe. Breath first, spine second, limbs third. Put it that way. All right, coming back and lifting up into that crescent lunge again. And exhale to bring the hands down, and also bring your back foot forward now, coming into sitting mountain, and then we're going to walk all the way around to the front of the chair. Take our legs out into wider mountain base. Left leg staying in that shape, and then right leg, if you want to, coming out and forward and turning the toes forward, and then breathing in, and as you exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Now you're welcome to keep your hands on your legs. You can take them to your heart if you want to, or you can fly the arms out towards the side walls. Shoulders works too. There's so many places. You can have shorter arms like a cactus if you want to. Just go where you need to put your arms. And then from here, just inhaling to come on up from there. Just bring this foot in if it's out long, just to enable you to move a little bit further around towards the left if you want to. You don't have to move further around. You can stay where you were if you want. And then you can re-lengthen this leg if you like, but you're also welcome to keep it there in that sitting mountain alignment. And then hands to the hips or shoulders or out to the side walls, and gazing out towards the left, relaxing your shoulders down and out through your fingertips, grounding down into your feet and breathing. Now inhale and reverse that warrior, gently lifting up and back through the ribs. Stay for an exhale breath. Inhale and exhale. Come on down with that arm and bring your back leg forward so that it's facing the front. Lengthen out through your left leg now. Whole foot to the ground. Keep the torso facing forward as you lean out from the hips, and then take your left hand to your leg, right hand to the shoulder, or maybe out to the side. You can look up to your hand if it's comfortable, or look wherever you need. Again, press into your feet, so you want to push into the big toe mound of that left foot and the whole bottom of this foot here on the right. And then keep pressing down as you lift up and back into a reverse triangle. And then exhale to release that. Bring your leg back in and round to the front. And then keeping your left leg where it is, take your right leg forward, breathe in, and as you exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Hands could be on the legs, maybe the thighs, the shins. You can also go to the ground. Your hands reach down to the ground. You can have blocks or something to put your hands on. Books, if you've got books at home, you can always use those for your practice too. All right, now inhale and start to come on up from there. Bring that foot back and take it under the chair, maybe on the ground or in the air. Tilt the torso forward again and just see if you'd like to stay there, or maybe take your hands down your left leg. And then from here, we're going to come forward, lifting up, land the foot down, and then fold forward over the legs. Use your inhale to come up halfway. Exhale and fold down. And then rise all the way up to seated. Bringing your hands to your heart and into your mountain pose. Taking a breath here or two. Reset the shoulders, alignment, hips distance, and that ankle stacking under the knee. Feel all those yoga sensations flowing around the body. And grounding down into your feet, and inhale, lift the arms up. On your exhale breath, fold forward over your legs. Inhale and come up halfway. Fold down as you exhale, and then rise on up as you inhale. Bringing your hands to your heart on your exhale. And then once again, you can stay to the front of the chair, left leg forward, right leg underneath onto the ball of the foot, or maybe come around to the left side of your chair into sitting mountain, and then walk your right leg back. Hold the back of the chair if you need for support, and find your place. Maybe it's a bit different to the other side. That's totally fine. Press into both feet, and then let the arms gently float up to where it's comfortable for you. Relax your shoulders and soften your face a little. Breathing here and breathing out. And then inhale and exhale into that side bend towards the left. Let your left hand come down if you like. Keep both feet grounded though. Try to keep your hips in the middle rather than hiking up your right hip towards the sky. And then inhale to come back to front, and exhale, folding forward out with a nice long spine, hands to the thighs, the hips or behind you for arrowhead pose. Arms facing down, crown lengthening forward, tail back. Both feet nice and strong. Now it's our twist, so you can come up higher if you like, or stay where you are. We're going to inhale and then exhale to twist towards the right, the left, and maybe that left hand will go to the shoulder or up. Just keep it in line with the shoulder. You don't need to take it back behind you. Keep that spine nice and long. Still that crown to tail, nice length from the crown to the tail. And then exhale, turn back to the front and come on back up again. Let the hands come down. And then we'll bring the foot forward. Coming back to sitting mountain, we're going to come back around to the front of the chair now, coming around. And then taking a wider mountain base once you arrive there. Right leg will stay where it is this time, and left leg can go out long if you like to take it long, otherwise keep it bent. We're going to breathe in and then exhale to come forward, nice long spine. Hands can stay on the legs, or maybe come to the heart, or maybe shoulders or cactus or out to the side walls. You can turn your palms forward or down here. Okay, now next inhale breath, come up from there. Just if your leg's long, bring that one in a bit so you have a bit more space to move around, making a V or an L shape with your legs, and then you can lengthen out that left leg. If you want to take it out, you can also have it more forward if you need. Hands to the hips or shoulders or out to the side walls. Make sure you've got your whole foot down, the outer edge as well, the pinky toe side down onto the floor. Gaze to the right if you like. And then we'll reverse. So let's inhale, lift up those right ribs, taking them up and back. Stay for an exhale breath. And then inhale and exhale to come back up again. We'll bring our back leg forward now to sitting mountain alignment. And then you can take out the right leg long, whole foot onto the ground, bend the knee as much as you want, lift up tall, and then come out from the hips. Nice long spine, taking your hand to your shin, to the shoulder, or maybe out to the side. Press down into your feet. And don't forget about your breath. Reversing this now, grounding down into your feet and lifting up and back. And then releasing. Bring the foot back to the front and come into your sitting mountain again. And then from here, keep your right foot there. Take your left foot forward and breathe in and then come out over the legs. So again, a nice long spine as long as you can for as long as you can. And then if you do want to come a little bit further down, you can take your spine forward, up and over and come into that forward fold a little bit closer to the legs. Ground again into that big toe ball of the foot there. Whole bottom of the heel as well as the balls of the feet on that right side. And then on your next inhale breath, start to come on up from there. Keep grounding into your right foot. Take your left foot back. Maybe you're on the ground or in the air. And we're going to tilt forward over the leg and maybe stay there, or maybe take your hand somewhere down on your right leg. And then we're coming forward into sitting mountain. Float the leg through or bring it through on the ground. Take your breath in and then fold forward on your exhale over your legs. Use your inhale to come up halfway. Fold down as you exhale and then rise on up on that inhale breath. Bring your hands to your heart and returning to sitting mountain again. Breathing in. Now keeping your left foot where it is, take the right knee gently out to the side. Maybe move it across a little bit, maybe across at the ankle, or maybe up onto the thigh if you like, wherever that feels comfortable for you today. Flex the foot, bring the hands to the heart center, and breathe here. You can keep your hands at your heart if you want to. You can float your hands up towards the sky, feeling the sensation of the bottom foot grounding right down into the earth, like the roots of a tree grounding down. On top of your tree, reaching out for the sun and the sky, growing tall. One more breath here. When you exhale, start to bring your hands down. And gently release your leg, bringing it forward and down. Grounding down into that right leg now. We'll take the other side. So again, all the options are there. You can have your foot completely on the ground, across the ankle, or maybe up onto the thigh. If you want, you can flex your foot, bring your hands to your heart. ground down into that bottom foot to the earth. And then if you feel like lifting your arms up, you're welcome to, just wherever is comfortable. You might even like to move your elbows back a little bit. You may straighten your arms, or you might keep them bent. Feel that there's some space around the neck, the shoulders, not just sort of really hunching up too much. I'm going to stay relaxed and calm in the shape that we're in here. If you can bring some softness to your face, your gaze. And gently let the hands come down on your next exhale breath. And then releasing your leg back down to the ground. Take a breath in here, and on your exhale breath, fold forward over your legs. Now you can have your hands on your legs anywhere, maybe behind the calves, or maybe if your peace fingers, your index and middle finger reach down to your big toes, you can wrap those around your big toes with the thumb on the outside of the nail. You can breathe in and lengthen the spine, and then exhale. Let the elbows move out a little bit as you fold forward. Always feel free to make more space between the legs if you need to. If that makes you feel better in that shape, you can take the feet and knees out a little bit wider. Now slowly release your hands. Just coming up halfway. Exhale and fold back down, and then rise all the way up. Once again, bringing your hands to your heart, coming back to your mountain pose, and breathing here, and breathing. If you move your feet out, just bring them back so they're in hips distance apart. And then next time you inhale, bring the arms back behind you, lift the chest, maybe interlace the fingers if it feels comfortable for you. Taking a breath here, and a breath out. Maybe gaze up a little bit to where the ceiling and the wall meet, or the top of your picture rail or window, or whatever feels like the right height for you, but not taking the head all the way back. Next time you exhale, just release out of that and just take a little break here, taking a breath. I'm going to repeat that again, and as if you interlaced last time, you might like to use the other interlace, the weird one, the unusual one with the other pinky at the bottom, and then roll the arms back and down. Really ground down still into your feet here though, because if you let go of that, you can feel that there's not as much stability in the lower back. If you push into your feet, you'll feel you get that support there through the lower back, so you're less likely to crash into that area as you go into the back bend. Next time that you exhale, just releasing through that, taking a breath here and out. And just another nice breath here, just taking our time. Now gently from here, we'll start to just come forward over the legs. Now you may like to have your hands on your thighs again. You might even take them back onto the seat beside you or behind your bottom. Palms facing to the ceiling. Lift the chest forward, and then you can let the head come down if it's comfortable, with the elbows out to the side, shoulders gently moving out and around. Breathing into the whole back of your body here. Next time that you inhale, slowly take your time to come on up. Landing back in your sitting mountain. And then from here, just taking the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Now, if that's uncomfortable on the side of your feet, just bring your feet out underneath your knees so that they're flat. And then if you want to, from here, you can lean forward a little bit. Just make sure that you kind of press the ground away a little bit with your outer edges of your feet so you don't dump straight into the ankle joint. Taking a couple of breaths here. If you do feel comfortable, you can take yourself a bit closer down towards your feet. Now slowly come on up from wherever you are. And then bring your feet and knees back to the center. Take them out in front and lengthen the legs out nice and long with the knees a little bent and breathing in. And as you exhale, come forward and bring your belly close to your thighs. And then let yourself, if you want, flex the spine to come down a little further. If you reach your feet, you can take out the outer edges of your feet. If you have your hands anywhere else, you can take your hands there, wherever they land. Try to maintain a little bit of space at the front of your belly and your ribs just by bringing the chest forward so you can breathe better. And next time, inhale, slowly come on up from there. Take your time, a couple of breaths if you like, and then bringing the feet and knees back in. Take them together in the center. Take a nice breath in here, and then on your exhale, really gentle twist over to the right. Just relaxing through the shoulders and the face, the belly. Coming back into the center. Gentle twist to the left. And slowly come back to the front. Keep your legs there or move them a bit further apart if you want to. We'll just take one more forward fold here. Coming over the legs, maybe hugging the legs in towards you. And then just slowly coming on up. Take your time to rise on up. And then you can either stay sitting tall in sitting mountain, or maybe come back a little bit into your chair and get a bit more comfy. Feel free to relax the legs to wherever they feel good. Hands can be up on your lap and maybe down on the chair or beside you. Even though you're leaning back and relaxing, feel that there's some space still to breathe. Allow your eyes to close if they're not already, or soften your gaze if you prefer not to close your eyes. Bring your awareness back within just for a moment. Have a little check-in and see how you're feeling now. No labels required. We're just checking in and feeling into the body, the mind, the breath, the emotions, the energy. And then you can just, after you've had a little check-in, let go of all those thoughts of anything at all. Allow yourself to just completely relax. Relaxing the chest, the shoulders, the face. Every exhale, letting go of the muscles a little bit more. Almost like you're just really melting down into that chair underneath you, into the earth. Allowing the earth to take the whole weight of your body so you don't need to do anything at all. Now your body soften, the mind soften, emotions and the energy. Maybe even the breath itself will start to soften a little bit here and get a little lighter, wispier. Allow yourself to really melt down and surrender into this beautiful, sacred moment of divine rest. And stay here for just a little bit longer, just completely rested. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. But nothing that you need to do, but just rest. You're welcome to stay longer if you want to and continue resting for as long as you like. But if you want to come back now, just starting to bring your awareness back gently into your body again, maybe starting with the breath. Letting the breath flow within and feel that movement of the breath, bringing your awareness back to your body more and more with every inhale, starting to gently waken up. And when you feel like moving, you can wiggle your fingers and toes and make any other little movements that you'd like to make, whether that's a stretch or some other type of organic movement that feels good for you. Do that. And then we'll slowly make our way back to sitting mountain, taking a breath when you arrive there. Just another little quick check-in. Then we can bring our hands to our heart center, just bowing the eyes down to our heart and feeling into our heart space, that center of infinite supply of divine, unconditional source love. And just feel into that love and fill yourself up, all the cells of your body, feel them sparkling with that divine love and feel it moving out into the space around you. And then sending a little spark of that love out to all beings everywhere. See it flowing around the earth like kind of like a spider web, lighting up all the different places in the earth with love. Sparks of love, especially all those who really need it right now. As that web goes around the earth, it eventually makes its way back to you and into your heart, filling you up with all the love from all over the world. And breathe that into all the cells of your body. Feels so good. It's like fuel for the system, isn't it? Soul fuel. Then just letting your head gently bow. And thank you, everyone. Namaste. Thank you. I always do a breaststroke movement to get up there. Thanks, everyone.